content. We have other topics to discuss today. It's a long show, and
Fun.
I appreciate appreciate it.
That was our rating.
We have a Patreon group, and in Patreon we have the ability to submit questions that you would like to see us discuss on the next live stream.
You could patronize
Questions
Santa.
or topics, right? You can patronize Santa on Patreon, right? So, so I have a number of. He said that's Bestman's first time on Santa show, right? Yes, it is, but it was, through.
I never even got the quote. He doesn't do shows, so he's like, no, I'm too cool. And
well, if you'd let him out of the basement, he might say that Jason, he might thank you for covering his articles too. But from the basement, he's just.
Well, I turned on the sink, so a little bit of that leaky pipe drips water into the water bowl down there, and he knows I won't do that if he, get a little.
Nice. So we have a couple here that are really fun. I enjoy these a lot. And if you want to support us on Patreon, you can do it for just as little as $1 a month, and up to $10 a month. There are different benefits at the different levels, but for just $1 a month, you can support the channel. It makes a big difference to us. The first question came from Astromech Jeremy, a good friend of the channel's. And he said, droids make up a big part of Star Wars. And if you don't know Astromech Jeremy, his name kind of says it all. He's into the droids. That's one of his favorite parts of Star Wars.
Like Lando.
He says, what are one or two droid moments? I don't know if he's that much into droids. But anyhow, maybe he is. Who's to say? But in any Star Wars, what are one or two droid moments in any Star Wars project that pulled your heartstrings or perhaps inspired a tear? I'll throw out two. So he throws out in The Last Jedi, Luke and R2's reunion on the Falcon and R2's cheat move, right? When he puts the image of Leia there saying, "You're our only hope." He says, "Oh, that's a cheat move." So that's a good one. That's a really, really good one. The second one he put is Chopper. So from the animated, Chopper hovering above a sewer entrance, not wanting to leave Hera behind when she's getting captured by the Empire on Lothal. So thinking about that question, and I told I told Jason right before we came on that the question, so he could think about it. For me, one of the most touching moments is when in Rise of Skywalker, when 3PO, they said, "What are you doing, 3PO?" And he says, "I'm taking one last look, friend, sir, at my friends. Right? I'm taking one last look at my friends." That's a fantastic moment. And,
it's sad because they're not his friends. That's where it's really sad. Is like, what a loser. They hate
there
you.
is some of that.
They hate you.
There is. None of them are really big fans of 3PO, right? But it's a really good one. And so, is there one for you, Jason?
Yeah, it's when L3 becomes the Millennium Falcon every single time. Alligator tears, just crying. Miss her. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, pretty cute though. Gotta say, pretty cute lady.
Good riddance, L3.
Oh, you know what part I did like? I can't remember what the droid's name is. Remember that droid that was like a Death Star droid that ends up in space in Rebels?
Oh,
that was great. I think that was Stephen Stanton voicing that one. It's good.
Yeah, and he actually starts singing a song about being alone.
Yeah,
and how beautiful and peaceful it is, and he's just and then they come along and pick him up. He's like, "Oh no, you ruined it." That's
that's great. I like that moment.
It's a good one. So the next Patreon topic comes from our friend Ducky Momo.
Ducky.
And Nikki loves that. Of course, Nikki would love that one too. Says, "Oh no, Broom Boy's antics have ever stopped." If you've been following the show, you know Broom Boy has been a constant nuisance here at the North Pole. So the next antic of Broom Boy, he's managed to sabotage your navigation room by sneaking Lando in and having gum up all your droids' electronics. You know, as you mentioned, Lando and his droids. So thankfully, your new elves will be able to repair the damage. but you need to get yourself a security detail to protect your irreplaceable navigation droids in the future. Your budget's tight, so you can only hire 2 guards. What 2 Star Wars character types will you hire? Any droid class, soldier class, creature class will do. No name characters, and you need to fit into the hallway, so you can't use Rancors, Mythosaurs, Crate Dragons, those kind of things, right? Can't do that. So what are the 2? I have 2, and I brought them up here. One is a Dawutin.
Whoa.
You see them. These guys are big. They're also very tough. They're featured in the High Republic. There's one of the lead members of the bad guys is a Dawutin, and you see this guy here. They are extremely tough, very difficult to kill. In fact, one of the things they go through as younglings, so to speak, is they have to survive. It's almost, we were joking earlier about a Hunger Games thing. They sort of have to outlive, and they're put in a situation. Those who live, grow on to be adults, and only the fiercest, strongest survive. So Dawutin, that would be one. And of course, this comes from Maz Kanata's castle on
the
Force Awakens.
Is can they do it? Like, can they? Like, can they do it? I don't think they can do it. Do it. I don't think they can do it.
I don't know. I don't know.
That looks like a frustrating relationship. Just pretty foxy. But I just don't think it's going to happen, dude.
There is a really good book about this. Baze
Natal. Is that her name? Something like that. Not Baze.
Something like that.
It was something like Natal.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There is a really good book about her. She's a bit of an assassin. She's fantastic. The book is really good.
Salty Texas Ranger saying he's got a tic tac. These little tic tacs. Okay. Okay. Poor guy. I wonder why he's so mad.
So a Dawutin, that would be the first one. The second are these Talortai. And this comes from Quentin. Where'd you get a picture of me sitting on the couch like that? Quentin, thank you for the $5 super chat. The timing of that was probably a little bit off, considering the earlier comment about the that Salty Texas Ranger left about the size of his junk. Like, that's
personality goes a long way.
Person. Thank you for the super chat, Quentin. But these characters, or these creatures, they are a bit avian and a bit reptilian. They have force sensitivity. So it gives you some. They have clawed feet and feathers. They have some strength in the force, so they're force sensitive. And I brought up some images where that's for a different story. I had some images of them on here. Let's see if they have any over here in Legends side, where you kind of get a sense of them. They're very agile. They're quick, and so you got a Dawutin on one side, and then you've got the Talortai on the other. That'll be my 2.
It's too bad that my crew is going to kill your crew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, easily. Me.
What's your crew?
Two Anzelans, 2 little Babu Fricks. They're called
Anzelans.
I give them razor blades, and they just skip right up on you. They crawl up your shirt, slit your throat, go back down, and then you're like, oh, you slit their throats, and then you go to get your gun out, but before you can get your gun, battle droids kill you because they make droids. I'm done. I got a whole army out of it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we established the last time Ducky said that the elves are unionized, so I had to replace them. Right?
I'm giving the elves ideas. That's what I've been. I'm like, here's a box of razor blades. You can.
I actually cloned. My choice was to clone the Anzelans to replace the elves to make the toys. those nimble fingers,
Yeah.
working with electronics. Yeah. So, so we have one other Patreon question here from Richard Todd. He's been influenced too much by Ducky, but the good part of it is the second half. So it says, elves have snuck into your system as they discover your name and find something naughty about you. I don't know what that has to do with the next part, though. It says, B8B2 is on guard. I think he catches the elves sneaking into the system, right? B8B2 is a bit of an astromech kind of name. Wakens sensing the elves up to no good, right? A golden droid walks in something oddly familiar about it. What's the name of that droid, right? What's the name of the golden droid that walks in? I know the answer to this because it's the name of my PC. It's H0H0. Ho! That's the name of the droid.
Oh! Yeah. I'm with you, Santa.
H0H0. That'll be my protocol droid. So what would what would you name the protocol?
Where's my hose at? And I was like, ho. It's weird, but yeah.
Well, what was the name? You mentioned this before we came on the live stream. What's the name of the droid?
Mine is SBDO. Yeah, Speedo. That's my naughty thing.
I knew that there were some folks here in the chat that would absolutely love that answer.